Hey everyone, it's Dan. Today, well, BS64 just came out with his full Q&A and card list. Here are some of the cards that I think will shape the meta. It's been a while since I did a longer video on meta analysis, and I have been a bit rusty. However, I have still been playing relatively often online. So yeah, with these new cards, let's see what we can cook. Another card is, this is one of Guts' advents. So it's an assault contract. During my turn on summon advent, I get to get 1 count and click top 3 and add a red brave for the rest of my turn. So this searches Grandstein, which I like a lot. This also searches the new brave, which we will look at below. I think it's really good. And having a 4 call level 2 means the brave will have really good synergy. And he also has an OC on attack, destroy 2 7k and below sprays, which I think is okay, but the search for brave effect is a lot more appealing on this, especially with a main stat advent as well. Okay, next is the Vanguard Dragon, Drago Elder. So it's an ancient dragon which has an expulsion effect. So if I have a Guts, I can move up to 5 calls, that's not the soul call, from my trash to my spirits on Nexus. So it's expulsion basically. And once per turn, same name, but once per turn, if my hand is 5 or less and I have a 10k and above spirit, yeah, I get to draw 2. You can draw 2. So it's a lesser expulsion in a way, and mostly for Guts. However, the condition is a bit nicer in the sense that you always have a 10k and above spirit, and your hand is easily at 5 or less if we decide to go a different route. So having the draw 2 is nice, and his attack stat effect cannot be stacked. When a 6k and above spirit attacks, your own spirit attacks, sorry, you can destroy an opposing Nexus. So this is nice. The funny thing is you can combo this with Wise Dragon and you can pop very weapons that are not kick in with this ability, but I'm not too sure how relevant is that other than Amaterasu at the moment. But still nice, it's still nice. Oh, we can actually move to the next card. So this is the Rotor-Blader Guts. So he's an Emperor Beast, this is important. His condition is assault contract and cost count 2 and higher, not cost 2 and higher. Count 2 and higher during my turn. On attack I can draw 1, if I'm brave I draw another 1. I draw +1, so it's on attack draw 2. And OC condition count 4 and above. By discarding 1 card, I can destroy a spirit ultimate that is smaller than him. So normally he's at least 16. With the brave it's at least about 20 plus. Okay, I believe. Or closing to 20-ish, 21-ish. The Emperor of this trait here is very, very spicy, because this means that you can run Guts in a Zeus list, and because he is cost 5, he can be brave to Thunder Z Illustrious Brave and become Thunder Z Leon. With considering the fact that you drew just like 3 cards out of this plus text and like the Brace effect, you basically get at least a good set of swings in with Leon if you decide to go that route. So I'm really liking this a lot. Even in a normal circumstance of a normal Guts deck, you can also use Kabuto, Kamen Rider Kabuto, Hyper Kabuto to change because he's cost 5 for like the last push if you feel like it. And also like get out of yourself in sticky situations after you swing with this and your opponent doesn't clear this. You discard some cards and then you clear his board, then you can bring it back, come Hyper Kabuto, and then you do your extension play from there. So this card is actually really, really nice to play from. Maybe quite useful as a snake. So it's a Judgment family snake, and it's a blood crystal, so when your cost 6 and above spirit contract elements, you can immediately activate this. So it's like a Apollo Bladra of sorts. But this one does removal because you summon him, and then you move 2 core from field to reserve. If your count is for each 2 count, for every 2 count, you increase the amount sent. So at 2 count, you remove 3, 4 count, you move 4, so on and so forth. So this is a scalable, removable effect when you stack, and it's also a opponent when Spirit Alternate summon effect is activated. So that's also very, very strong, because there's a lot of alternates running around now. And also once per turn, during either player's turn, when an opponent's Spirit Alternate is being defeated or destroyed, you can draw 2. So this is like, in relation to this first skill, basically says, clear some of your opponent's board and draw 2. I think it's nuts. I think it's pretty nuts. Especially being a Judgment Family card. Actually no, the Judgment Family part really doesn't entirely matter, but the fact that when you stack a cost 6 Spirit to contract Advent, I think it's really strong. And it's when you do so, so it's like with Gut and Wiz, they can increase their cost for each count. So basically it's like essentially every time they stack, they actually just put this for free. So I think it's really nice. Insta 3 off maybe in the 2 other ways, in the Wiz and Gut deck, considering like having a off color removal in a colored deck to attach it to the Brave. So next is one of Frau's Advents. This one is the one that everyone is talking about because, oh my god, what a skill text. So first it's a flower it stacks on a flower contract and country and Naya during either player's turn. Hard once per turn, you can stack this card. You can contract Advent this card by treating your so-called send to trash when you have 4 card or more. So it's so disgusting because it's basically saying, yeah, I'm gonna just have a free play in a sense, and especially when the on-Korean effect is this insane. So once per turn, say hard once per turn. During this turn, if your opponent will reduce your life, for each 1 reduced, you gain back 1 from Void. Essentially, as long as the attack isn't lethal, you don't die. You essentially just don't die because you just gain back the life you lost. And long story short, you just plus. There's no minus in this text at all unless you die, which is nasty effect. Now the OC effect is once per turn you heavy exile something on the attack and block, but I don't think that really matters. What matters really is the don't die effect, in a sense. So a lot of people were speculating and testing, saying that the Frau deck is really good. I will concur, but then it will boil down to like the variants that it can go to. So we shall see. We know it's a good deck already, but damn, that just makes it a lot better. So now this is the Master Ref round. So Flower Contract country and high during your turn. On stack and Korean, you can open top 6 and you spawn any amount of green Braves. Put the rest to the top or bottom. So okay, open 6, find any number of Braves and spawn them. That's essentially saying that you can potentially get 6 attackers if you're lucky, or you can get so much value out of the 6 cards and fix your top deck. That's nuts. That's quite nuts. Like most of the stuff so far has been just putting to bottom, but I just read and this puts the top. Oh jeez, I'm blown away. This is good. This is really good. You can use this like even on an attacking Frau, so it's not that bad. But I believe this would be very, very strong in time to come. Cost 6, stack a Brave, Paladin moldable. And especially when the Brave does so much as well, it's so good. Alright. Yeah, and then flash once per turn, you can refresh one Tekirai that's not himself. It doesn't really matter. You can just refresh another card and swing it. That's still pretty good. Although I don't think that's what the deck wants yet. We shall see. Now, this is Wizard's Master Rare. On turn, 0 contract country and higher, it's an Armor Dragon. Take note. Wishing players beware. On Korean, count +2, open 5, find a cost 4 and below Brave card. The rest are discarded. So the discard part is not very nice, however, considering all your cards are Excite, or most of them at least, you are okay with discarding the Excite cards. which is great. That's so much value actually. You attack with Wiz, you stack this, kill their Farum. Because Wiz can nuke a burst, gain core, +2 count, finally gain margin, discard Excite cards, get them back. Basically, you didn't really minus. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, that's really strong. And with OT 10, end of battle for each brace ratio 1 life to. I think this is like the ice, the like literal icing on whatever this was already doing. It's not too bad. So as a finisher, it's fine because 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 3 and 3 people die that way. I think it's okay. It's not bad. It's really good. Blue. I want to talk about this Hydra. So again, it's a judgment card. It has colorblind reduction signals. Essentially, 2 costs. Look at top 4. Find the Nexus card and deploy it for free. Discard the rest. If you deploy a Judgment Family Nexus, you can destroy the highest cost spirit. So you're telling me this can search Red World? Yes. It's cost 5 means it can break the Grand Stein. It's a Judgment Spirit means it can get 1 symbol off of the Mirage. And to top that all off, you're telling me he has Assault 2? This thing 3 times? That's just awful. That's just disgusting. Oh, that's so good. So, essentially what you're telling me this is a top 4 5 watt Nexus I need. Eat the rest. If I find Red World and discard the other colors, I can use Forbid Voucher to bring them back. Oh god, this is disgusting. This is actually really disgusting. I'm very excited to put this in my new Grand Stein list. So we'll look forward to that. Guns Rod. There was a loop with this, with the old card. That says end of battle, separate your brave, restand the spirit. And this can brave to the spirit regardless of what state the spirit is in, and it will follow the spirit's position when braving basically. So it's an infinite attack, which is not something I'm looking forward to actually, because the Frau deck can deploy the Nexus for free, means with this it's infinite attack, which also means infinite Nexus deploy and spirit summons, which also means a problem because Frau is already pretty goddamn good. And it's 4-3 with high speed as well, so if it's stuck in my hand somehow I can get it out. Oh, yes, Guts' Nexus. This is so good, Saber. Saber loves this. Saber likes this kind of card. Because basically, if I have 3 copies, I summon a Shining Sword, draw 3. Might put this in Red Court too. Summon the Brave Claw 3. Oh gosh, that's disgusting. Although it's like it checks every time, but it's 3 separate effects. Right? So, if I'm at like 4? No, 3. 3 cards in hand, I got 3. After I summon the Brave, I have 3 in hand, I can draw until I hit 6. Wow. Okay, that's nice. Level 2, 1 core. During my turn, if my opponent uses cards that is outside of Flash Timing from hand, if I have a guard, I draw 3. Wow, and this one doesn't say it doesn't stack. So if I have 3, I draw 9? Oh, that's disgusting. Although it's like very rare proc, but it's a common enough proc that 1 draw 3 can save my gameplay. Wow. Okay, this is 100% good with regards to this. More toys for Javad makes the spirit matchups a lot better than it already is. Because like during opponent's turn you can get free count and draw, so that's nice. I think this one is the stronger one because this one's the draw. When your life decrease, draw 1 if you have a Frau. Instead, it's for each life decrease, draw 1. Oh god. So basically, Grassy Plains, you have a level 2 that locks first when your Hekira is attacking. 10 out of 10. Good card. Deployable to Frau is of course. Means green only Nexus, so I think it can be deployed. Oh. yeah, the magic prowl. This is the real pain. Because first line attack says both players' nexuses cannot and when effects cannot activate. Basically, it's looking at Dark Tower. Dark Tower is a very dangerous card. Additionally, if you have a contract spirit, where if you go into contract element on a contract spirit, you cannot get your effects negated looking at Mark 6. So yeah, this one text alone is enough to let me say, yeah, I'm putting at least 2 of this in any of my list, honestly, because this is the generic text. It's not like specific to the green deck, you can use it in other decks as well. Honestly. And then the second skill is the hand reverse, of course. Although we may need this after we set the first copy, but like, probably not gonna use for that. Wizard Defense Magic. Now this is the one that is quite interesting as well. So Excite 5, you hit your opponent with a 0 contract, you add this to hand, really nice. For each for each contract spirit you have, except in Soul State, put 1 card face down in your open zone. They have the barrier text. When your opponent reduce your life, you can add the card to hand and take 1 less damage. So if you have 3, your opponent hits you, and you only can have 3 at one time. So basically it means if you hit me for 1, I can take back 1 and I don't take anything. Hit me for 2, I can take back 2, I don't take anything. Hit me for 3, I can take back 3, I don't take anything. Or I can just choose the amount I want to take and the amount I want to add. So it's so flexible and it goes every turn. Can't draw in the form of a defense. This is what the star wanted to be. But better. Wow. What a set. Honestly, what a set. Alright, so to the actually important things. Guts increases its cost by 1 for each count. And when the opponent's spirit ultimate is attacking, you can discard a Scarflame card. During this battle, your life can't be reduced by 15k and below spirit ultimate. Just by discarding 1 during this battle. So, white defensive effect on red spirit. Never would I see the day. This is a great chibi to use in Zeus, considering what I just mentioned earlier. It's nice. On attack, you can count plus 2, kill a spirit ultimate with low BP. 10k. Oh, it's like glow. Oh no, glow is a little better because of the level 2, but it doesn't matter. It's still pretty good. Because once you attack, you go to OC. It's nice. Next is Prowl. You can start the game at 7 life. So when you deploy or summon a Mikirai card, put it in the open zone, gain 2 count. Additionally, hard once per game, and 2 calls of point to your life. So you essentially start the game with 7 life. If you run her as your chibi and you build your base around her. On attack and block, count plus 2, summon or deploy a green spirit card or green only Nexus card without paying the cost from your hand or open zone. Pretty good. Synergizes with itself. You technically can use Flowering Gates. You also can technically summon Hyla's Beetle. And Hyla's Beetle can drag out your Ragnarok from your open zone if you somehow put it there. You can spawn a Hierophant, you can spawn on DOT even, you can spawn a lot of good green only spirits actually. Wiz has the same first text as Gut for each count, increases cost. And however, the secondary skill is different. When you contract Chlorine on this, you add 1 core and Nuka Burst. So basically no Pharaohs for you. No on Chlorine for anybody unless it's like Protector. On attack count plus 2, this spirit can't be blocked by stuff lower than its cost. Which is insane, because you already go to 8 if you have an advent 5 plus 8. 5 plus 6. it's 11 cost. If you have the Braves, it's 3, 14 cost. You need to be 14 cost to block this thing, which is rare. You're not gonna have anything at 14 cost. Unless 15 cost is too hard. 15 cost is like a 9 with a 6. So difficult. Okay, that's a max potential, right? So mid potential, it's like at least a 10. At least a 10. For instance, 3, you have 2 count. You won't be at 2 count, sorry, you'll be at least 3, 5 count. So plus 5, 15, 13 cost is like your best, right? 13 cost. So unblockable attacker really good. You can even attach it to Strike or Strike One can go on this because of the cost increase. And then you have 4 answer. Oh god. 7 plus 6, 13, 16 cost. Jesus! Okay, I'm making this. It's just too nice. I'm making all of the chibis actually from this set. Basically, Bandai went through a ban list, hit every control deck, red control, green ramp, and white control. Hit some of their cards and they'll be like, here you go, have like a mini replacement that sort of does things a little bit better. I'm not gonna do it. QED is nice. Oboro this is a major upgrade for Oboro because this means all your judgment and blood crystal stuff can pierce, which is what they needed for very long, and life shoot. New card, new keyword actually. This one basically stops opponents from drawing multiple cards with the same effect. Like let's say I want to use a draw 3, I only can draw 1 at a time. If I have the face up cards, the only way of getting rid of the face up cards is during draw step. Which means I would want my draw step plus 1 cards a lot more against this guy. The condition is also so easy, just anything costs 1 and you just need 3 count, you can just block it straight. It just locks your opponent and yourself a little bit, but if you build your deck right, you can use this to like one-sided lock your opponent, which is great. Chavard's new finisher banishes your so-called to use all of his skills, but usually it's quite deadly because it's a quad trigger at 9 cost, so that's pain, very pain. So for each trigger hit, you send 2 cards to trash, so it's like Magnemizer. If you hit 3 or more, you see their hand and drop 3 spirits. That's like most of their defense. If you hit 4 or more, this ultimate becomes 4 symbols. So normally your opponent, unless you're proud, this 4 symbols is lethal most of the time, which is really good. You lost most of your defense, you lost all your cores, most of your cores, so this is honestly a very strong finisher. Because it's Brave, engage. I just seen the day that you'd see a Sky Striker keyword. Hey, Brave engage. Add calls from Void to this spirit until it becomes the highest level, once per game. Very strong. A lot of the guards line need at least like plus 3 core from level 1 to level 2. So adding 3 core, I think is great. Secret XP should be adding like 4 or 5 core, right? I didn't remember that one. So I think that's also very good. On attack, draw 1, if you for each 3 count, need 1 Nexus. For each 3 count, need 1 Nexus. Okay, this is like the reason why I'm putting AAA on the back in my red decks again, right? Then during my own turn, when my count is 6 or higher, this spirit's destruction effects cannot be prevented. Wow. Everything must perish. Long story short. I love this Brave. This Brave is so good. If I have a way to run this Brave in a deck that is not Yen list, I'll try, but it's not gonna be easy. Next we have Frow's Brave. This one is also not bad. When Brave draw 3 from bottom, if you have 7 life or more, plus 2. So you do this early enough, you're drawing 5. Which fixes all of Green's problems. Fixes all of their problems. Jeez. So good. I mean, yeah, the green one also kind of fixes my red problems because I need core half the time. And when attacking, opponent can activate burst effects. Additionally, for each 3 count, heavy exhaust and opposing spirit ultimate. It's really good. On attack block, if you have 6 count or higher, the exhaust effects and banish effects cannot be prevented. Bro, why did I not price this higher in my playsets? This card is absolutely busted. And Kaiser Atlas is in this set as well, we'll go through that. Okay, next is Wiz, 4 answers. Fixes White's problem also. They both have draw problems, so like giving them draw is insane. This is a draw 4 draw 4. Enhanced strong draw. And your excite cards can come back, so you just discard excite cards, right? So it's basically draw 4. Wow. Active value. I think Wiz and Frau would be like the 2 new best decks of the format. I'm calling it here and now, man. Like even Javad can't keep up with Frau, I think. It's too good. So you have red and purple armor, anti-mark 6, anti-red, and then you have 6 cards against 1 white symbol. Easy. Attach this to strike mode, man. Attach this to the plus 7 strike mode. It's good enough. On attack, block once per turn. If I break the 0 contract, count 7 or higher, refresh. So 0 contract, restand. So what you can do actually is like if you go at 7 count already, or like 5 count, you swing with this plus your Wiz and restand. You will be 2 symbols going in. You can stack your strike worm on top. And then because you're unblockable with Wiz, is 2 damage. Swing with the strike worm again. Do all the strike worm things, restand, then use strike worm's effect, card will block for 2 into. That's like game. That's another win con for Wiz. That's so fun. That's so quick. That's so good. Yeah, that's strong. Yeah, Wiz and Frau. This set. I mean, Guts is nice. I like Guts, but I need more testing with Guts to see whether I can clear those dumb decks now. So now we have Secret XV. Secret XV level 3. Need 4 core. Good to attach with the Brave, so I can pump 4 core straight. But it's like a bit late because it's count 6 and higher, and it only can advent on assault contracts and specifically red contract spirit. So that means you need to have a contract spirit alive, then you can stack Siegfried on it. So there was like a video recently I saw about Tarot using this. I don't think Tarot can use this properly anymore. Like the best bet is still with Guts. I think it's still better with Guts in my personal opinion. He has his Awaken now, but his Dragon Emperor Awaken. Once per turn, count area or spirit. You can move 2 core from your count area or your spirit to this spirit. So basically, it's just saying give me free cores. Just give me free cores. When you done so, refreshes and destroy the highest BP spirit ultimate and a Nexus. That's so good. That's so flipping good. And it's essentially free. You don't really get stuck at below 6, because when you stack your 6, you attack, you gain 2, you eat 2, you restand, kill the thing. Wow. Just wow. Okay. And then during my attack step, when things die, by paying 1 cost, shoot 1 life trash. Hold on. So you're telling me if I attach Siegfried to when attack kill something, I essentially shoot 1 here, 1 to trash here, 1 to trash here, hitting for 2. That's so good. And he's standing, means he can attack once more. And then if the Brave has on destroy effect and it sticks to destroy, I shoot 1 more? Oh god, I'm loving this already. I don't know what their secret art looks like, but if he has a secret art, I'm getting it. Okay, so that's not good with Oboro. Maybe my new toy for Hera, because it's a Juki, Ogre Wizard. Very tempting, can summon itself at full reduction if you have a level 2 spirit and you have an Oboro. And then if you destroy your own spirits, by effect, during this turn opponent can end the next turn, which is... Oh my god! Ask me. He needs to be alive, but still good. And because during this turn, so he technically can kill the thing, and then he doesn't need to be here, which is great. Kaiser Atlas. This is the brown finisher. During your attack step, your opponent can't move cores from field or ground connections other than Soul Core. Additionally, spirits that leave the field, spirit ultimates that leave the field, their core will go to trash instead of reserve. Bruh. Can't move my core and they go to trash? Oh, this is disgusting. And then when during Corin and during Brave. Heavy exhaust? No. Exhausted. So send 3 exhausted spirit ultimates with lower than this spirit's VP out of game. Just out of game. So you're telling me with this Brave, it's essentially saying I pick 3 things smaller than me that are exhausted, be gone, your costs go to trash. I guess this is the finisher the deck wanted, right? Okay, Thor. Thor is same with Kaiser. You can stack a flower contract or specifically the green contract spirits. Same with Thor. Thor is the white side. During my turn, Arm Machine. On attack block for each 4 count, send 1 spirit ultimate access to bottom deck once per turn instead. Typical white stuff. Good. During Corin, during Brave, on attack. When your opponent uses a magic card or Axel, uses the magic card or Axel effect, before the effect resolves, destroy your spirit with cost higher than said card. Immediately negate the effect. Okay, but you need to sack yourself, so it's not like the best thing in the world, but it's decent enough. I saw online that there was a combo with this girl that basically can keep restanding your Thor as well. So that's a problem. I think that's a problem. Ooh, that's so good. I mean, Wiz wants this as a finisher, I guess, but it doesn't necessarily have to. Honestly, I think Strike Seek Worm is a lot faster than this, but it's also nice. Green is to help Firma a lot actually. Helps Firma a lot. But other than that, it's just there for show. Like the real star is like Kaiser Atlas and this big brain. Jesus. So yeah, that's my take on BS64. I'm really excited for this set. It's coming out this week as I post this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this set analysis. If you want to see more, please hit that like and subscribe button. Type down in the comments what other content you guys want to see. I'll be making deck lists of these soon enough when the stuff comes in. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you again in the next one. Chane!